Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. Was good, was good, was good. Well, it was good in some ways. For some people. Just saying. It's the truth. So, tonight's question. Did you take advantage of options trading today? Like, did you buy puts and make out? Yes, no, what are options? Other. Put it in the comments if it's other. If you know the market is going to take a downturn, or you know that the market is going to be on a serious upswing, options trading could be the thing. So we've known for a long time that, April 2nd was going to be the day. Question is, how many, you kind of can't, you kind of are unable to plan in advance and so far in advance just because things are said. Dates get slipped, dates get missed all the time as this new regime comes to pass, right? Good evening, Paula. Thank you for letting me know that you're invested in yourself. So when I look at this, I'm kind of like, we knew coming into this if it was going to be real, right? We might not have known when we first got the date, but as we got closer, we knew it was going to be the date. There was going to be money to be made. How much money? Didn't know, but there was going to be money to be made. Had you purchased some puts, that's betting that a stock is going to be on the downswing, you could have made some money. You could have made big money. I'll put it to you like that. You could have made big money buying puts ahead of today, and you could have cashed out. You'd have been very much ahead. Those things come few and far between. Few and far between. Wow, 6 votes already. Holy moly. 6 votes, and really there's only currently 4 concurrent. This is why I can't trust these numbers. Got 6 votes, and it's telling me that there are only 4 people watching. Okay. But looking at everything that happened today, the Dow is down 3.98%. The S&P is down 4.84%. NASDAQ down 5.97%. The Russell 2000 down 6.59%. And then you have New York, the NYSE composite down 3.92%. Those are not small numbers. Thank you, 8 Paws, for letting me know that you invest in yourself. Greatly appreciate that. So yeah, when you look at these things, that's a lot. That's a lot of downside. Now, if you look at crypto hasn't done anything. Crypto's kind of moving sideways. So we went down to 81, 151 yesterday. We've been hovering in the 82s and 83s all day today. All day today. So I'm just wondering what's going on with crypto. Is it decoupling from the stock market? Are people from the stock market saying, oh, I'm going to put my money in crypto? I don't know. Or at least they're putting their money on the sidelines. So hello, Rick Ritchie. Thank you for letting me know you invested in yourself. Oh, you left a message in Big Baggers, and one of my people deleted it. And the reason why, the reason that they gave me, it was a little bit of a fresh kind of comp joke that you made, and it was like, yeah, nah, so they deleted it. I'm not the only person that watches this stuff, so I just thought I'd let you know. So I did know before that you invested in yourself. We personally, okay, good evening. I snuck and grabbed a seat at the back of the class. I did invest in myself also. That's what's up. Thank you very much for letting me know. Love that. That is what's up. Leroy Tice, what's good? And you invested in yourself. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. I had a conversation with somebody today. at the client office, and they had not invested in themselves. Worse yet, they didn't understand the concept. Like, they hadn't heard of the concept. And when I explained it to them, they were like, oh. Like, as like a light bulb went off, and it was like, wow, I missed the obvious. Yeah, you did. And they were like, yeah, I'll never let that happen again. I'll never let that happen again. I said, yeah. I said, because, so here's the deal. If you're not taking the time to invest in yourself, you can't expect others to invest in you. If you're not going to take the time to invest in yourself, then you cannot expect yourself to actually be successful, in my humble opinion. You've got to invest in yourself. Just saying. And they were like, yeah, it's like beyond obvious. Give me a second. My aunt's out of surgery. She had a heart attack yesterday. So just keeping tabs on everybody. Sorry about that. So yeah, the concept, you would think, like Mr. Big made a comment the other day. He was like, if you don't know your own value, then I can't help you. And it's kind of like, there are more people than not that just, they don't know. And if they had, you know what, I would take it a step further. I would say if they had time to breathe, right? If they had time to breathe, they would most likely understand their own worth and be okay. Right? And right now, the way people have to work, they don't have time to breathe, let alone stop and think about their own worth, investing in themselves. It's, I get up early in the morning, I get dressed, I go to work, I come back home, I make dinner, I do everything else that I have to do. And by the time I have anything left in me to think about it, I'm in bed to repeat it the next day. So you get into a cycle where you don't think about certain things. You're just in the cycle and you just keep going. It's not that it was a censored chat, Rick. It's the fact that we have, young people in there, older people in there. We've got a lot of people in there. So I kind of want to keep it a little bit clean. And that was a little raunchy. Right? It's not like we're just a bunch of guys sitting in a locker room. You know what I mean? It's not that it's censored. It's that we do have to pay attention to what's going on. Because I can tell you now, my mother's not going to like that joke. And she's a big bagger. She's not going to like that joke at all. She'll be like, she would look at that joke and be like, who the hell is that? And if you want to deal with my mother, go ahead. I'm not. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. I can't imagine. Family's a little, it's a lot to deal with. She's up there in years. Still not easy to comprehend. I mean, to deal with right there. So what else do we have? So looking at the market, the market took a serious hit. And I'm looking at crypto, and yeah, crypto's in the red. Let's not play games. Crypto's in the red. But it didn't take the hit that I thought it was going to take. I thought we'd be in the 70s already. I thought Bitcoin would be like 75, 76. That kind of range. Upper half of the 70s is where I thought we would be. And we're not. It's kind of holding steady. And I'm kind of like, ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So I'm really thinking about that. I'm still waiting. right? I'm waiting. I'm even waiting for the stock market. Like I think there's potential for more downside. Going to buy a couple of options because I do think things are going to wind up going up. But to the options and puts and calls, I'm buying a couple of calls because I think things are going to wind up going up. But I'm doing it a little bit down the road so I can try to have as much time as possible to go make some money. So 6 votes. Did you take advantage of options trading today? 67% said no. 0% said yes. 33% said, what are options? So I'm going to have to ask you to do some research on that because it's too deep to get into. Basically, you have stocks and the options are, I don't even know the official, give me a sec. Because I don't want to lead you the wrong way with just going off the top of my head. Stock options are a form of equity compensation giving employees the right or regular people the right to buy stock, right? So it's the same thing. I can buy an option on a stock and then I have the right to buy that option, to buy that stock. Stock options are a contract that gives people, because it keeps referring to, those kinds of things, the ability to buy a stock at a fixed price. That's the big thing. So I'm holding the option. That means that I can buy that stock at that fixed price, right? So I'm holding the option and the option expires. I've got to go and I've got to buy that stock at that price, or I've already sold the option to make money or to take a loss, one of the two. Buy stock but not own it. It's not the same. No, it's not buying the actual stock. It's not buying the actual stock. And you don't have to buy the actual stock. So there's a whole market about it. You have to really go into a lot of stuff to understand options. That's why there are classes on options trading. Right? You have the right to buy and sell the option as long as it's before the expiration date. After the expiration date, obviously you don't have it anymore. You can't do anything. So that's where you're at. No problem, Leroy Tice. What's everyone's largest RWA play? Interesting. But I'm not going to answer it until you actually let me know if you invested in yourself today. Told you I was going to do that to you. It's a joke because I know Hutanik is always researching. That's the joke. I know he's always researching. It's just that I want him to be the example of, here's somebody that's always researching, not just me. The dollar's lost 6% against the yen. Dollar lost a lot against a lot of places. It was not a pretty day. It was not a pretty day. So that's the obvious stuff that happened. What else happened? The nominee for SEC chair passed the committee, so now he's going to be headed toward the full vote. Hutanik said he did invest in himself today. Thank you very much. To everybody that's chatting, they've invested in themselves today. Well, wait. We personally, yep, you did actually say it. Yep. So everybody that's been chatting today has invested in themselves. That's a big deal. Hutanik, did you listen to this morning's show by any chance? There's this company, hold it, give me a second, White something or other. Give me a moment. I know I have it here. I was just talking about it. There's a company, Whitecomb, or White something, and they've linked NASDAQ with Chainlink to tokenized stocks. Wow. Not a big company. They're not a big company. They're not a big company at all. But the fact that they did it, that's what I'm talking about. The fact that they did it. Thank you, Hutanik. And I'm just sitting back and I'm like, yeah, real world assets. So what's my largest RWA play? Chainlink. An Avalanche. I know, right? I'm boring. Rick Ritchie. Ah. I say that because I still haven't bought any Ando. I still have not bought any Ando. I feel like that my time is passed on Ando. Right? I mean, actually, think about if you think about it, going after Ando right now could actually be a good move. Let me see. Where's Ando right now? Where is Ando right now? It's 81 cents. Let's do the 1 year. Ando is actually not in a bad place to get in on it. Ando is not in a bad place to get on it now. Like, for real, for real. What's its rank? Close that. PAX G. We know PAX G is for you, sir. We know PAX G is for you. PAX G, PAX G, PAX G. I should kick you in the shin for even saying that. You probably don't even know what you realize. PAX G is the first solid RWA because it's gold, solid. Get it? It's metal. Just saying. So that was a good one. You probably didn't even realize that you did it. I want to kick you in the shin just because it was that good. I understand how options work, but my brain can't keep up with the speed of it. Yeah. I would tell you that it can if that's all that you looked at all day long. So when Elliot and I had our options trading desk, that's all we did. We weren't looking at stocks. We weren't looking at stocks too hard. It was literally down to, how fast is it moving? Best time to buy a particular option. Like, we were looking at things like we were options. That's all we were doing. And then we hit a point with, okay, pencils down. That's it. Done for the day. Dead serious. We knew the time in the morning to buy, the time in the afternoon to sell. Like, it was a certain window in the morning, like on two sides of 10:30. It was the perfect time in the morning to go buy things. Back in the day, I'm not going to say it is now. Hello, Paul Sewick. Did you actually invest in yourself? Michael McCaskill, did you invest in yourself? Ham's House, what's good? Did you invest in yourself today? All of you. So there was a window that we were able to figure out for what we were looking at. They always fell within these two windows. They always fell within those two windows. So that's how we traded. That's how we traded. That's how we did it. Paul Sewick invested in himself. That's what's up. Thank you for letting me know. So that's what we're looking at. If I'm looking at Ando right now, I can tell you right now, Ando is not in a bad place. Ando is in a good place. For me, if I was going to buy right now, I would. I absolutely would buy Ando right now. Right? It's at 81 cents. I think it's a good place where I could snatch up some Ando and be all right. But do I have a slot for Ando? Like, for me, it's not just the asset. It's, do I have a slot for that asset? Is that something else that I want to manage and track and blah 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 blah? I don't know. That's the whole big deal. The point I am trying to get across is the dollar is losing against fiats and assets. It's going to continue so we can export cheaper, even with tariffs. The weak dollar drives GDP. Yep. Ham's House, invested big time. That's what's up. But yeah, no, listen, read what Hutanic just wrote. Yep. That's really what they're trying to do. That's how they're trying to ease, but it's not going to ease the pain. It's really not going to ease the pain for the average person, for the average U.S. citizen. It's not. It'll ease the pain for higher level wealthy people that have money in different places. And yeah, no, it'll be well for them. It's not going to do well for the average person. It's just not. It's the same with crypto with the time frame. Is it though? If you're trading, I can understand if you're looking to trade. You know how I always tell you guys, you want to listen for the rhythm of these coins? That's what I mean by rhythm. That's all I mean by rhythm. I can buy here, I can sell here, I can buy here, I can sell here. I can buy at this time, I can sell at this time. It's like one of the biggest things is Fridays is usually a sell off day. You sell on Fridays and buy on Mondays. Like there are like a whole bunch of things, you know, rules of thumb that you could pay attention to. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, Rick Ritchie, you and me both. You and me both. PAX G. I'm down with the PAX G. Anyways, I want to make sure everyone knows. Now you can go to the corner because that right there, I know what you do. I see you. I see you, sir. Go to the corner. Just get going. No. Don't pass go. Don't collect the $200. Just go straight to the corner. That's what we're doing with you tonight. Besides that, who was it? It was you and Lex Luthor that had a corner time coming from last night too. So yeah, we're not trying to listen to you people. And as soon as he shows up, I'm going to tell him to go stand in the corner too. Wow, 9 votes. Now, so for those people that didn't take advantage of options trading, why didn't you? Do me a favor, hit me up in the comments and tell me why you didn't get into the options trading. 8 Paws told me why she didn't. I want to know why you didn't. If the dollar weakens, is that why stable coins are being pushed? No, I think stable coins are being pushed because they're the new CBDCs. I mean, you got every bank in the freaking world talking about, oh, we're going to have our own stable coin. We're going to have our own stable coin. We're going to have our own stable coin. What the hell are you going to do with another stable coin? How many stable coins you need? What's so special about your stable coin? What are you doing? Why should I use your stable coin? Why am I going to use your stable coin? For no reason. Oh, okay, got it. Now I understand. I'm not going to be interested in your stable coin. I'm not. Bank of America, Sumitomo. I'm not interested in your stupid freaking stable coins. I'm not. Who are you paired with? What am I going to do? It's your stable coins? So what? So you could have an announcement? So you could just have some airplay? No, I'm good off that. Michael McCaskill, thank you for letting me know. I agree with you. Perspicacious. It's a tricky game to play, especially with my money. 8 Paws ain't playing. Wow. What else happened today? So the SEC met with BlackRock and the Crypto Council for Innovation to discuss crypto ETP regulation, focusing on in-kind redemptions and staking models. That was an interesting meeting. CLS Global was fined $400. This is going to piss me off. CLS Global was fined $400,000 and sentenced to 3 years probation for wash trading and wire fraud involving a fake Ethereum token created by the FBI. They got caught out there. Who's going to jail? Who's going to jail? A lot of these companies do things that are wrong and they don't go to jail. Who's going to jail? I want to know. Leroy, we're all learning here. We're all learning. I knew nothing about PAX G. I knew nothing about Ondo. I knew nothing about Mantra. I knew nothing about Peak. We're all learning here. We're all learning here. And it's because it's not a one-way street. That's the best thing I could say about this community. It's not a one-way street. It's not me spewing information. It's a really big conversation. It's a really big conversation about the latest and greatest news, what's going on, what can affect our wallets. That's what's up about this. That's what's up. There isn't options in crypto, so I haven't researched it. There's degen stuff. Look up degen stuff. It's the closest thing. Degenning is just like options trading, and you do have futures. You've got futures trading, same thing. What else do you have? Not quite the same, but the same. You know what I mean? Do some research on that if that's what you're interested in. I'm not doing any of that degen stuff, so you can forget that. What else do we have? Binance captured 94% of the $2.7 billion crypto rewards market in 2024. Holy smokes, I never would have guessed. They let in airdrops, staking rewards, and they've upgraded their launch pool and their BNB earn platforms. Wow. Paul Sewick. I had no clue about Pax G until I listened to you guys last week. I don't know, Paul. I'm feeling kind of hurt because Hutanic lives on top of two mountains. One is Mount Cardano, and the other one is Mount Pax G. I'm just saying. So he's been talking about it since he's been here. So I'm upset because it says that you haven't been watching the show on a regular basis. I should just excuse me. Just gonna grab tissues right here. Just saying. Now Gemini. Everybody knows I can't stand Gemini. I hate Gemini. As a platform, management, everything. I can't stand Gemini. There's so many other choices. I can't stand Gemini. Gemini is close to resolving its SEC lawsuit. It's about $900 million that they're looking for, that the SEC is looking for, over the defunct Gemini Earn program, with both parties requesting a 60-day deadline suspension amid broader regulatory shift, easing pressure on U.S. exchanges. Yeah. What they're saying is this case might just go away, so we want to wait a little while and see what happens because they might not have to pay anything. We're just gonna let it go. That's what it's really saying. I've never traded options. I don't have excess funds to experiment right now. Listen, one step at a time. One step at a time. You do what you can. Right? Everybody is at different levels when we're talking about this stuff. You do what you can when you can do it. So yeah. But I will tell you this. That does not stop you from actually doing the research. Costs you nothing to do the research. Just saying. Just putting that out there for you. Just putting that out there for you. Right? Just saying. So we all know that the former CEO of Heartland Tri-State Bank got 24 years, right? And it's because he embezzled $47.1 million in a crypto scam. The FBI has been able to get back or recover $8 million. Is it a lot? No, but at least it's something. At least it is something. So kudos to them for doing that. This guy, what's this guy's name? His name is Haynes. Shan Haynes. Heartland Tri-State Bank. And then people wonder why people don't trust banks. Yeah. Look at the dealings of your bank. If you're dealing with a bank and they're not publicly traded and you're not really reading all the documentations and how your bank operates, I don't know that you should be banking there. And I know that takes out a lot of community banks and things like that. I like community banks, but they also don't have to be all that public with their information. They've got to share just enough. Just enough. I'm not down with that just enough. There was a boycott on BNB today on Twitter, and Gemini opening an office in Miami. Yeah, I could care less about Gemini and their freaking Miami office. I can't stand Gemini. It makes me want to heave. What's the other one? There was a boycott on BNB. Good luck with that. I would not. Why? Somebody on X calls for a boycott on BNB. Are you serious? Come on. You're killing me. You're killing me. Sure you don't mean Airbnb boycott? Traders pledging to boycott Binance in uproar after it's on Decrypt. So traders pledging to boycott Binance in uproar after $3.9 million meme coin liquidations. Oh, moving on. Yeah, moving on. So you did something and you want somebody else to pay the bill. Not you, Rick, but I'm saying that's what this reads like. It crashed. It's a Solana meme coin, and it crashed. And now you're saying boycott Binance. Millions of dollars worth of positions were liquidated on Binance. You had the position. How are you blaming Binance for that? Listen, I can't even. I can't even. That's just, yeah, nah. This is one of those articles that you read it, you open it up, you read it, and you kind of go, so what did the company do that was wrong? And I'm reading it, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, I don't see that they did anything wrong. Boycott Binance, yeah. And they're saying, well, it's altcoin manipulations by Binance, and I'm like, you ever think that maybe those altcoins suck? Nobody ever wants to admit that. Maybe that altcoin sucked. And Gemini opening up offices, that's not going to affect my bag. No. It's a tax shelter move. That's what that is. That's what that is. What other great news did we have today? Other than the market, I mean, my question is, what are you going to do with the market tomorrow? What's tomorrow looking like? Do we start to bounce back tomorrow? Does it drop a little bit more tomorrow? Does tomorrow signal that's when? Because all night long last night I was checking. I was up like 3 times last night. I was like, I just rolled over, grabbed the phone. Where are we at? Didn't move enough. Go back to sleep. Because what I'm looking for is rolling over, grabbing the phone. Oh, it's down to 79. Let me get in a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Lowest bid is like 81, 151, I think. What? Yeah, listen. So does it catch up? Like, what happens? So a lot of stuff obviously is going to be oversold. So do you start buying options? Do you start buying the calls now for things that are oversold? Missed out on the puts. Do you get in on the calls? You're thinking more pain. I'm thinking as details come out, we could see trickling in a little bit more pain. I could definitely see that. But some stocks think about this. You had some crypto stocks get hit. You had some miners get hit. You had some tech get hit. You had a few things get hit. And it's kind of like, but they're not even affected. They're not even affected by this. Why are they getting hit? Well, there you go. It's bots. They really are just a lot of bots out there. Just one does something, and then the other one does something, and the other one does something, and then everybody starts to project that the market's going down, and lo and behold, the market goes down because you projected it, and everybody, yeah, that's how it's going down. Could it drop some more today based on things? Yeah, I believe it could. But right now I'm like, well, I'm gonna fire up, Think or Swim. I'm gonna put some money in. I'm gonna snatch some options. Why not? Snap some calls. See who's down that shouldn't be down, and then go, yeah, I'm gonna buy some of that. I'm gonna buy some of this. I'm gonna buy some of this, and catch them on the upside. But do you do that tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. I'm not trying to do that tomorrow. I might do that on like Monday. Maybe pay attention after hours on Friday, but I don't know that I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. Friday is a sell day. It's traditionally a sell day. I'm not trying to get caught out there. That's right. We personally got to do your due diligence. It's not going to hurt. So what Hutanik is saying is that there is an aircraft carrier a week out from the Red Sea, 2 carrier groups. And yeah, if that goes hot, then oil could go up. But why would it go hot? Like, who are they going after? What's the problem in the Red Sea? Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. Up at 4 o'clock. Oof, it's grueling. It's grueling. So I am going to bed early tonight. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. I'm gonna listen to my book before I go to bed, and I'm just gonna relax. Not my book. Listen to a book. Sorry. And do that. And then tomorrow, tomorrow I'm gonna make a decision on whether or not I'm gonna do Friday night flips tomorrow. Because I might be tired. I might just call it a day. Just look at code all day because we're working on a couple of things. So I'm just kind of like, I know it would be 2 weeks in a row. I haven't done that in a long time. 2 weeks in a row that I don't do Friday flips. So I'm thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see how I'm doing. But yeah, I think we have a lot of news that we could be looking at. BlackRock's BUIDL fund paid out $4.17 million in dividends in March, and has a 1.93, almost $2 billion, has almost $2.2 billion in assets under management. They've got major exposure from Athena's USDTB, as well as a planned $500 million investment from MakerDAO's Spark protocol. That's interesting. That's very interesting. It's not cheap to make those moves, but why are they there? What do we not know? Why are they there? That's the question. So you see, so I want to call out to everybody. Do you understand what Hutanik's doing? Hutanik is out there looking at things that could actually affect his bags. 2 carrier groups moving into the Red Sea. If something pops off, that could be a pop. That could be an upswing for oil for that period of time until things settle down, and then oil comes back down. So you see what kind of effect that is? That's kind of like, oh, I could get into some oil or something like that. I could play a slightly longer game. That's doing your own research, knowing your entries and exits, and absolutely investing deliberately. I'm so happy I got that book out. I'm telling you, if you guys get that book, the first part of the book, for all those people that took the class, the first part of the book is learning how to do your own research. It's 3 books. It's really 3 books in one. I look under the bowls of rice for information. You're still in the corner. I don't even know what that means. That's what I thought. I don't know why I was thinking it was someplace else. I thought it was the Strait of I forgot the name of it. But yeah, it could be to go up against the Houthis because of all the things that are going on there. Could be. I don't think Iran needs a deterrence. I think Iran. We don't have to be there to hurt Iran, and Iran knows it. We do not have to be in the region to hurt Iran. We really, really don't. It's easier if we do, but we really don't have to be there to hurt Iran. It's trivial. It's trivial. It really is. So it's one of those, you kind of want, you want to do something like this. You want to send carrier groups to do that. You want to flex like that. Let them know that, hey, we can show up. You want us to show up? We can show up. That's what that means. You want us to show up? We can show up. I'm telling you that the last thing we need, if there's big news out there, I want you to look for other things that are going on. The things that are not. So everybody's talking about the tariffs right now, the taxes right now. What else is going on that nobody's paying attention to? I told you how, Maxine Waters and I forgot who else it was that's looking for the financials from World Liberty Financial. That got about this much attention from news. It got about this much attention. Because tariffs, taxes. That's why. Things slide in and go away and nobody's saying anything. Why is there a boycott? No, Airbnb. No, it was something else. It was BNB, the token BNB. But there was back, I think, in February. Airbnb did something, and people are like, "Screw Airbnb," and they started boycotting it. They called for a boycott of Airbnb. Yep, it's a big deal. I think that market is running a hotel is not easy, and giving everybody the access to running their own hotel, using their own apartments and stuff like that. It's not as easy as people think. Services aren't necessarily there, and Airbnb screwed up, and people really are saying screw Airbnb. That's why I was like B&B, and I had to look it up. So you look it up, and there's B&B and there's Airbnb. So yeah, there were calls for boycotts on both. Oh, okay. Michael McCaskill. I'll get to that. I'll get to that email in a little bit, probably tomorrow because I'm tired. April 5th is going to be bad for the market. April 5th is Saturday. When they increment the tariffs on those countries. Yep, jobs comes in tomorrow. That's right. Every Monday I tell you what's coming up, for that week, and then every day I try to tell you what's coming up. That the morning of, I try to tell you what's going on. Yeah, tomorrow we get jobs information. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all that great, but again, you're looking at a lot of manipulation about dropping rates. Just saying. D Mac into his house. You want to know something? Freaking XRP offloaded $1 billion worth of XRP. That's what Ripple did. While everybody was looking over here at the taxes, Ripple said, "Okay, we're going to unleash $1 billion." Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened was. And every time I look at that model, I'm just kind of like, is that just massive manipulation that they do? But not really if they're sliding it into the market when everybody's eyes are someplace else. Because if they wanted to manipulate the market with $1 billion, they could. They could really do something that's big. But they tend to do these things when something else is going on. That's usually when they do it. PAX G sucks, bro. No, just joking. Yeah, I like PAX G. So yeah, I'm just joking with you. What else is going on? That's it. That's what we've got tonight in terms of everything that's going on. I think the biggest thing that we're going to be looking at is what's all of this, everything that's going on right now, what's the effect on the Fed's decision to cut rates, and who's that going to help? And is it going to have that much of an effect given how much negativity we've been dealing with? Would it have any kind of effect? Because it's not just about dropping the rates. It's about how much you drop those rates. I'm thinking 50 basis points is going to be the number. I think that's the corner they're being pushed into, is 50 basis points. It sounds nuts, but I can easily see it. I know it sucks, but just saying. So my next question is going to be, what's your biggest RWA play was a really good question. What's your next play after that? What's your next play after that? Is it AI? Is it development? Is it integration? Is it an Oracle? Like, what is it? What do you think is going to take you into the future? My strategy is connective tissue. Anything that can become part of the connective tissue, that's what I'm looking at. Bitcoin, obvious. Ethereum, obvious. Cardano could be. I mean, I like Cardano anyway, but could be. Chainlink, obvious. Avalanche, obvious. Cosmos, obvious. BNB, mad obvious. Just so I'm looking, for me personally, I'm looking at connective tissue projects. But what else besides RWA and connective tissue projects? Or what are your projects that you're hot on, and why? The reason why I ask this question is because, have you determined what your risk level is? Like, why am I into this particular project, this coin, this token? What are the upsides? What are the downsides? What are the risks? Have you weighed it properly? Do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. Not even playing with you guys with that. Dead serious, straight up. Just saying. Just saying. Right? Rod in the house. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. But have you invested in yourself, more importantly? Have you invested in yourself? That's what we want. That's what we need to know. And it's hard to move $11 trillion market cap. Yeah, I guess. If everybody is buying BTC, why is it steadily ranging? Yeah. I'm telling you, there are people, I said it the other day, there are people out there there are entities out there that are truly manipulating the market. No, that's not what we mean by investing in yourself. We mean investing in yourself by doing the research on investments. Yes, health is wealth, but that's not what we're talking about here. Our definition is, have you done at least 15 minutes of research in investments? That's what I'm looking for. Coverage is the leading RWA. Converge is the leading RWA company, and their new blockchain don't have a token Converge. I don't know that they're the leading. They might be. I don't even know if they're a leading. Would have to do some research on that, but I don't think so. If you are buying BTC, glue yourself to the heat maps of liquidity. I don't know about that. It's not bad advice. For me, I don't know that. I don't know about that. Yeah, Securitize is the company. Yes, Securitize. Yeah, they're probably the biggest. Yep. It's not officially go time yet. Just be ready when it is. When do you think is going to be the trigger for go time? Let's go, DMAC. When do you think is going to be the trigger for go time? That's what I want to know. It's absolutely what I want to know. You know what I have to do? Holy moly. So not this weekend, the following weekend is going to be the Big Baggers video conference call. So I have to put that on the calendar. Wow. No, Hutanic, we're not playing with games like that. No, that's not it. No, I don't think the Fear and Greed Index is a go indicator. Why? Because it's backward looking. I don't think so. No, I'm looking for something that's more solid. That might be for you, but for me, the Fear and Greed Index is not a good indicator. It's not going to tell me jack. It's not going to tell me jack. It's going to be looking at the news. For me personally, it's me looking at the news like Hutanic. He's saying, well, there are some carriers that are moving over into this area. It happens to be an area where we have a problem with the Houthis. And if things go hot, prices will go up. If they don't go hot and we just deter, then prices will remain the same. But the fact that we're moving a carrier group over there means that there's a potential. Yeah, I'm looking for news like that, but on a broader perspective. What market am I looking at? Am I looking at the stock market? Am I looking at businesses in general? Am I looking at crypto? Like, what is it that I'm trying to do? And then I'm going to be looking for those factors that I think will make it ideal for me to invest, and then try to put a timeline on when do I think I can realize gains. I'm looking for solid ideas on that. Not just philosophical, well, nah, I'm looking for something solid. And what do I think is going to be solid? I think Is it going to be one IPO? No. Would it be a string of IPOs that could do it? Yes. Could it be pragmatic regulation that does it? Yes. But I'm not seeing dates where I can start putting those dates on the map, and I can start seeing a good cluster of dates. Like, we got some good news last week, then we got some more good news, and that's another week. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a cluster of good news that could really push things up, because we need some really good news that pushes things up where it makes it too hard for you to try to manipulate. That's what I'm looking for. And I think manipulation happens when you've got somebody that's sitting on, a good amount of a coin that can trade that coin both over the counter and in public to manipulate prices. Aha. That's what I'm looking for. My calculations put me mid 2026. When you see the banks becoming exchanges, it'll be way before then that banks become exchanges. You kidding me? You think it's going to be 2026? No, I think banks are going to become exchanges in 2025. 2025 is what I'm saying. 2026 banks become exchanges? Nope. The first bank to offer exchange services, I think, is going to happen in 2025. No doubt. No doubt. Or at least the announcement will come in 2025, and then the actual, pull the trigger will happen first quarter 2026. But I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be that long. I don't think it'll be that long. But I see what you're saying, though. That's something that's solid. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking for stuff like that. Like, what can I put my finger on? Redstone, the modular blockchain, Oracle, never heard of them, by the way, is built for Wall Street. One to keep on the rate. Yeah, no, I'm no. Appreciate the tip, but need more to go on. Everybody says that their blockchain is built for something, built for this, built for that. What's the difference between you and the incumbents? IOTA is built for Wall Street. Hedera is built for Wall Street. All the ISO 222s are built for Wall Street. XDC built for Wall Street. Yeah, no, that's too nebulous of a statement. What the hell makes this coin? Not you, but if you're a project and that's how you're billing yourself, yeah, I'm not going to pay any mind to you. I'm not. What's the difference between you and the incumbents that are already there? What deals have you already gotten? You know what I mean? What are you doing? And are you a business or are you a blockchain? And then depending on what you're doing, you've got to go up against, what is it, Nightcrawler or something like that with EY. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Because there are a lot of private blockchains that are out there that can be leveraged. I get that. I get what you're saying. I really do get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, in general, I don't want to hear about it. As soon as a company says to me, "Oh, we were built for this," all of them say they were built for that. All of them say we were built for that. And if I were you, I would have dropped that in big baggers. I'd have waited for the video conference call the same way we talk about other stuff. That's where I would have dropped it in, because then we would have looked it up right there and we could have that conversation. That's what I would have done. Chicano, you're welcome. Not saying you're wrong, by the way, Rick Ritchie. Not saying you're wrong. Just saying that that's a longer conversation, right? It's a longer conversation, and you're saying, well, here's a coin. You might want to take a look at it. What's the coin? Do they have a coin? And it's an Oracle. So it's going up against Pith and Chainlink. The BB's small. You just keep posting to the BB. Let's keep posting there, because I'm telling you now, when we go live, I'm not gonna be paying attention here. Everything will be there. I'm telling you, get used to it. That's where it's gonna be. And I see you on there. I honestly see you on there. we're actually building it. We're actually, so I try to be on there every day, but we're actually looking at code all day long. So it's difficult for us. But yeah, I'll be on there every day. Do you know who's not on there all the time? Hutenic's not on there. DMAC's not on there. Paula's not on there. Actually, 8 Paws just got back on. She was able to respond to one of my posts. So she's like, oh, I'm finally in. Yeah. So we just got to keep posting. We need people to bang on that platform so we know that, okay, this works, that works, this is broken, that's broken, let's fix this, let's fix that. That's the whole point of getting it out there for you guys. Everybody was out there talking about, oh, we're not, we don't have our own private space to talk. And I give you a private space to talk. And then you don't use it? Oh, okay. All right. Trading Maverick goes straight into the corner. Straight into the corner. Built, not bought. I don't know what that means. And then Trade Maverick, you see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. But Trading Maverick's definitely in the corner. So Rick, I mean, just post it there. If nobody sees it, then they don't see it. That's on them. Because I know I'd have a bunch of questions. I would honestly have a conversation with you about it. Like, I have to go do my thing. And then really have a conversation with you about it. Like, what's the big deal about Redstone? What are they doing that's different than Pith, that's different than Chainlink? I'm happy they're across 60 chains, but where's the data coming in from? Well, that's the deal that you're looking for. Having the ability to move across different chains, yeah, okay, that's cute. But where's the data? You're not an Oracle unless you have the data. Where's your data? Who are you getting data from? So I'd be having a conversation about that. And I like competition, by the way. I like competition. Pith has a strong chance. If you're looking at Oracles, Pith has a strong chance because they've got faster tech. But Chainlink's been around for a long time. All right, enough with that. But Chainlink's been around for a long time, and they've got a whole lot of data inputs. So, and the deals that they have, I haven't seen anybody crack those deals. Like, more than one person having those things. I'm going to start deleting messages if I see any more stupid messages. Dead serious. So yeah, I want to know about Redstone now. Actually, what's the coin? You didn't answer that. Are you talking about the one that's ranked 277? Yeah, that's the ticker. Are they ranked 277 on CoinMarketCap? So even when you suggest a coin, I want this information. I want what's the market cap, what's their rank. You already told us what they do. You gave us some more information about it. They're across 60 chains. I want to know that so that when people go do their research, they know which one you're talking about. But there's Red, market cap of $116.9 million. I don't know. I would need to do a lot more research on that one. Yeah, it's too new for me. Circulating supply of Red during the Binance pre-market is 40 million, while total supply reflects minted amount. No. Yeah, that's too much. Eventually reaching 1 billion over the course of 4 years from TGE. Okay. Ooh, they've taken a hit. They've been around since this year. They just got started. I don't know, man. If this is the one, I don't know. It's Redstone, capital R, capital S, no space, Redstone. If that's the one you're talking about, it's the one that you're talking about, ranked number 277 on Coin Market Cap, so people know what to go do the research on for. Yeah, my English today. Wow, because they've just been doing nothing but taking a nosedive, from what I see. They started at like 39 and change, and now they're at 41. You can get it on Binance, Bybit. They got picked up quick. Top two exchanges out there. So you got Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, BitGet, MEXC, Gate.io, KuCoin, BingX, Kraken. They've done a lot. Yeah, Paula's got jokes. Paula's got jokes. So yeah, I find it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I find it interesting that they're already on Binance, right? They're already on Bybit, already on Coinbase, already on BitGet. Like, they're already on some of the hottest exchanges out there. So yeah, I'd want to know why. I'd want to know why. So that there seems to be good reason to pay attention to them. Um, I need more research. I need more data, and they don't seem to have a lot of data, but I would need more data. The fastest growing Oracle, specializing in yield bearing collateral for lending markets and securing $10 billion plus. I don't know why they're using the number. They're not securing jack. Blue chip DeFi protocols are our clients, including Spark, Morpho, Compound, Pendle, Venus, Lido, EtherFi, Athena. What does that mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's the 64th project on Binance Launch Pool. I don't know. I have to do a lot more research on that one. A lot more. Why don't you bring it up on, for the big baggers, I need to know if you have any agenda items. Email me your agenda items that you would like us to consider. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto, and tonight's question was, did you take advantage of options trading today? Yes, 6%, good for you. No, 69%. What are options? 25%. Other, 0%. That was off of 16 votes. Wow. 16 votes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, smash the likes. Tell your friends about us. Let's grow this community to be something even bigger. All right? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And as always, thank you for your trust. Everybody have a great night, and thank you. Bye.